Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the show. I'm Billy, the host. Welcome back to the show. 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 I'm Billy, the host.
Welcome back to the show. I'm Billy, the host. Today's episode was recorded at Trent's unnamed studio in beautiful Marietta, Georgia. And our guest today is the one and only stand-up comedian, producer of this show and multiple other podcasts in Trent's studio, Trent Ludzack himself. Stick around because about halfway through we have another special guest drop in, the host of the No BullSh podcast, Sham Wilkins. That being said, let's start the show. What's up?
We're doing it.
We had another, what should we call it? Little bitch cancel on the podcast.
Yep.
The day of.
We did.
So we're doing it live.
We are. We're Bill O'Reillying it.
I think Todd Parker, whose book I'm staring at right now, asked me the other day, who are your top 3 fictional characters?
Whoa, that's a cool question. What did you say?
I can't remember the second one. Oh, no, I do. I said Edward Elric.
Who's Edward Elric?
He's from Full Metal Alchemist. It's
Okay.
an anime series.
Are they all anime?
No.
Okay.
My second one was Walter White.
Okay.
Because I like what a piece of shit he is the entire show. Like,
okay.
he's just subtly just a horrible person. And then the third one was Frodo from Lord of the Rings. The books specifically.
The books.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's this gay little hobbit, and then he has the most evil artifact that just radiates darkness thrust upon him, and it completely just tests him, and he's like the ultimate temptation, and he starts to not trust any of his friends. He tries to go off alone. At the end, he doesn't even trust Sam.
And you like that?
It's just I thought he was a good character.
Okay.
I thought he was a very well written character, because his struggle is so deep. And he's doing this righteous cause, but he's so close to corruption the whole time that it starts to corrupt him. Honorable mention, Guts from Berserk, because his life just sucks.
That's an anime one.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. If I don't recognize it, I'm just going to assume it's an anime one.
Yeah. That's a lot of the draw to anime, though. Lots of good characters. Lots of character development.
Maybe. I wouldn't know.
I don't know. It's something I feel like Western media doesn't really do as well. Like, you think about, like, the Avengers or something. Those are all pretty shallow characters. They have a few good lines.
It's on green screen. It's not,
Yeah. Well, anime is not exactly realistic, but...
Yeah, but it's not supposed to be.
You can make a character
The Avengers are supposed to be realistic. That's the problem.
The problem I have with the Avengers movies, and I like them a lot, especially, have you ever, taken psychedelics and watched the early Marvel movies? There's lots of bright colors and...
that makes sense.
Cosmic sci-fi stuff.
But no.
But they all have just like a funny little quip to say about everything. There's too many funny little witty lines in there. It's like, okay, not every character has to be.
They
the
did it
wise
to
guy.
death. Yeah. It's annoying.
Yeah.
Because it was like when they first started doing it, it was like a new cool thing that wasn't really done in superhero movies very well.
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh, that's awesome, and people loved it. And then they just made it the whole thing.
Did you ever watch Moon Knight?
I quit.
Oh, dude, it's so good. The ending is so good.
Nah, dude.
It was all just build up to the big, like...
Finish Fallout and tell me that any Marvel series holds up to it.
Yeah. Well, Fallout is exceptionally good.
It's really good.
I'm like... Has there been a good video game adaptation before this?
I feel like
Silent Hill was okay. Silent Hill was good. Who would you say are top 3 favorite fictional characters?
I think one of them obviously has to be the God Emperor of Dune.
Okay.
Just because that's my favorite shit.
What's his deal?
He essentially, through being placed in exceptional circumstances with the vision to do it, steps in and basically sacrifices his humanity in order to change the human race as a whole for the better.
Okay. Yeah.
In a very large, complex way
Yeah.
that is tough to understand, but that's basically what the whole book, God Emperor, is. It's basically that guy, what he did, why he did it, how he did it. But it's a little convoluted because there's a lot of moving parts.
That's an interesting character.
Yeah.
Someone who has a choice, like...
That's got to be the number one.
Yeah.
Well, and do you mind if I nerd out about Dune for a second here?
No. I feel like this is going to be a nerdy podcast.
Probably.
Anyway.
So the whole thing with Paul is that Paul was supposed to do that, but he got sidetracked.
Timothée Chalamet?
Yes. So somebody else had to step up and be like,
Okay.
I'm not no bitch. I'm going to do the right thing and not do what I want to do. Because that's basically what Paul did. Paul is the fallen hero. The hero who, it turns out, wasn't that great of a guy at all.
Okay. He's like
in hindsight.
He's like a piece of shit.
I mean,
Or he just can't.
he's
do what
not. He doesn't.
gotta do.
I don't. It's hard to say. He's too selfish. He just kind of. He chooses love over duty, essentially.
Okay. Yeah. Well, when a boy.
But the God Emperor is like, nah, dog. I'm gonna get so old and so weird, and I'm gonna be the loneliest boy that ever was because I know everything and everybody's stupid.
Yeah. The incel.
He's the super incel.
Yeah.
He's physically incapable.
Who's number 2?
Number 2 is tough.
Five Nights at Freddy's was okay. Decent movie. Why is the Hunger Games on there? That doesn't count.
Yeah, no, that's a book. Ender's Game is also a book, but that's a great adaptation.
Was Hitman good? I don't think I ever saw that.
Not really.
But the Resident Evil ones were all right.
They weren't anything like the game.
Yeah.
I mean, do you count like the Pikachu and the Sonic games?
I don't count Detective P. I guess it is technically a video game.
Five Nights at Freddy's was horrible.
No, I liked it. It was good.
I mean, it was real B-movie shit.
Shaggy was the villain. Yeah, but it was fun. It's for kids. Uncharted, I never saw that one.
Nah, but I can't imagine it was very good.
Oh, I heard people really liked the Warcraft movie.
I heard Assassin's
China.
Creed was horrible.
Yeah, I never saw that. There wasn't any hype about it or anything.
Yeah, these are...
Rampage.
Oh, here we go.
I never saw that. Warcraft. I would like to see the Warcraft.
I think I saw it on HBO, and it wasn't, like, great, but it wasn't horrible.
Max Payne. I've never seen any.
Neither did I. Wasn't Mark Wahlberg in Max Payne?
Yeah. Maybe I did see that one.
Prince of Persia. I forgot they did that.
Yeah, with Jake Gyllenhaal, a white guy as the Prince of Persia.
Of course, you gotta, dude. There's a Gran Turismo game or movie.
Oh yeah, I heard that one was actually pretty good.
They made House of the Dead in 2003. Oh yeah, you can't forget about Doom.
Doom was Doom was good. Tomb Raider, those were decent movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
They
know.
weren't
I
bad.
think Mortal Kombat.
There's been very few. Why is Ender's Game in here? Because it's not there's not a video game for Ender's Game.
I guess it's just about video games, and they say the AI is.
I guess
smart.
technically. Tetris, what the fuck?
Super Mario Bros. Was kind of trash. Tetris was great, dude. Tetris
Was
was a
it?
great movie.
Oh, was it?
It's about the.
You watched it?
Yeah, it's about the licensing for Tetris, and there's this whole thing where Tetris.
That doesn't feel like an adaptation of the game.
Well, no, definitely not an adaptation, but it's a really good movie.
That would be a challenge.
Because it was licensed to Nintendo, but it was created by like some Russian office worker. So there's like all these clashes between the U.S., Russia, and Japan on this video game that ends up becoming the most popular video game in the world. And it was just like a game a guy made on like, like a coder.
I mean, the best games are
Just
simple,
for, like, fun.
really.
Yeah.
You know what my favorite game is?
What, Contra?
No, my favorite video game ever made?
Uh,
I've showed you.
um,
Minesweeper.
Minesweeper, okay.
I fucking love Minesweeper.
Yeah, I'm not a big Minesweeper head.
It's a good game. You just, I don't know, man. You just gotta figure out the rules and then play it until you start getting quick, and then it's fun.
Yeah, I don't know what my favorite game is. It comes and goes, I guess.
I'm still trying to think of my second favorite character, by the way. It's just, it's you feel like there's a lot of characters in a lot of media, and it's hard to pin it down.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're gonna think of a better one as soon as the podcast is over.
Probably, yeah. Probably. I could say, you know what? I can't even think of his name right now. But the guy from A Scanner Darkly. It's one of the most interesting character progressions.
Is that a book?
Yes. Because it's your perspective on the story is through this guy's lens, right? This guy is actively losing his mind and is the least reliable source of the story, which makes it very interesting because essentially all that you're really getting is what this guy thinks about stuff, but he's insane. And it's a pretty fun ride through that guy losing his mind on drugs.
Yeah. Like a Hunter S. Thompson kind of guy.
Yeah, well, it's Philip K. Dick who was that guy, essentially.
Yeah. Did you ever see Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas?
Of course.
The Johnny Depp one?
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
It was, yeah. It's a fun movie.
I think that's when I became like a Johnny Depp fan.
Yeah, probably.
Movie.
I read the book, too. Did you read it? You read it and you're like, this movie makes more sense that this is what the movie is.
I don't know. I don't really like a lot of self-indulgent writing. I've said it before. I'm not the biggest fan of Stephen King's style.
That makes sense, yeah.
It's very
He did, bro. Stephen King is... You know what? My third favorite character is Stephen King from the Dark Tower series.
That's number 3.
Just because Stephen King had the balls to write himself into his giant magnum opus book series.
I like to write. I like to read it for like escape, right? And I feel like when writers are very like
I like to read to be weirded out.
Yeah.
I like weird shit.
Yeah.
Like House of Leaves, big problem for me.
Are you still on it? Have you figured it out?
No, I don't think
Butler, man.
I don't think there's anything to figure out. It's just a puzzle. It's just an infinite mind puzzle.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of that like Chinese divination book? It's very mysterious and ancient.
Are you gonna fucking ruin my life with this thing?
I hope not. Maybe. Well, yeah. Like I don't even know what it's called. Yeah, book. I guess. The I Ching. That's what it is. Yeah.
Okay. Can I buy one?
Probably.
It looks like it. Yeah. I like this one.
Yeah, I don't know what it means. I looked into it at like some point and I didn't understand it.
I'm going to check the Wikipedia and see what that says.
And I don't want to be racist, but it's just saying something.
The Book of Changes.
Yeah, it's like a fortune telling type of deal.
A divination manual.
Look at this. Look at this explanation.
For 1000 to 750 BC.
That's what I'm saying. Very old.
Wild.
Right. Before, I don't know, before people were so influenced by the world around them that. So, who knows what this thing is or what?
Wait, it's used for a form of Chinese claromancy? What is claromancy?
Bundles of yarrow stalks are manipulated to produce. Okay, so it's just like.
So it's making stuff up.
Yeah, it's fortune telling.
It's lying to people.
Could be. But it's super old. They're lying to really old people. Really old people lying.
I feel like I'm going to ask Patrick about this. I bet he knows about this.
Yeah, I don't know what.
I'm going to find out.
I just looked into it and it's just like a book of like nonsense maybe. Kind of like maybe tarot cards or whatever.
Here, I'm going to see if I can find it on Amazon.
I don't know what it is. I just remember hearing about it and then looking it up, looking at the explanation, still not understanding what it was, and then just kind of moving on.
The Complete I Ching 10th Anniversary Edition. $17.99 for a paperback.
Not bad.
Nah, but if I'm getting it, I'm going hardcover. I'm that.
What I like about like Chinese culture is it's older than like human history. It's been around longer than written history.
It's longer than human history is a little.
In the official
I guess,
Chinese
yes,
history,
people
you
were
go
writing.
back to a certain point, it's just like dragons and monkeys and mythical creatures. So yeah, it is technically older than human history.
I'm trying to find out why this person gave this book 4 stars.
I didn't like it.
Well, but no, 4 stars is such a specifically passive-aggressive thing to give an ancient book.
Probably a problem with shipping or something.
Just
A couple of the pages were stuck together.
Let's see more. I returned it.
Is that all it says?
Yeah, apparently.
Doesn't say
no,
why?
they didn't. I don't care. Honestly, I hit read more and so much more popped up that I was like, I don't give a shit what this person thinks. This person wasn't going to get whatever is deep about this book.
I still don't understand what this thing is. Whatever tarot cards are, I think that's the same thing. Tarot card.
Who cares, man? I don't believe in any of this stuff.
Really? You don't think magic is real?
Not in the form. Not really.
There's a lot of liars out there, but
Yeah.
that doesn't mean that some of it couldn't be.
I think that what people think of as
Based in
magic is
truth.
one or a few people who figured out like a legitimate something about the universe that they could exploit, and then they. But I feel like something like that has to be so personal that you can't even really teach it to people. So any attempt to teach is probably going to fail. And then you just got a cult.
Yeah. But I don't know. Science is kind of just magic, right? Well, science is just observations of magic that happens around us. Because you can't really explain everything from a limited human perspective.
No, obviously. But the whole thing is nobody can really explain anything because it's all subjective and fake anyway.
I know I've never like experienced the paranormal, but I still think there could be
I saw a UFO at an open mic.
something weird.
I saw
Yeah.
3 UFOs at an open mic.
I believe you, but I wasn't there, so I
Yeah.
still haven't seen anything.
And the saddest thing is I don't have any pictures of the UFOs. I have pictures of me and the other comics looking at the UFOs.
you know it was real. Well,
Well-
what did you say it was the Dorito?
Yeah, it was the triangle. But it was daytime, so it was literally just like 3 dots. They look like, you know when you see stars? How there's like the weird little... Do we got to pause?
What the heck? My wife is calling me. I can just...
We're good.
And we're back. I have a baby, so I have to take any phone call that I get.
It would be so much more irresponsible if we had you on recording being like, oh, it's my wife, and then just putting it down and continuing the podcast.
Yeah, that would be bad. Well, if the case there's an emergency or something.
Of course.
But yeah, you saw the Dorito UFOs? That's
Yeah, the
savvy.
So it looked like when you see stars, from like if you hold your breath real long or something, get hit in the head.
Yeah.
But they weren't moving, and they were in a consistent formation of 3, and there were 9 of them. So there were 3 different triangles, and they were just slowly moving across the sky
Weird.
over the course of like 25 minutes.
Just right over Buckhead.
Yeah, dude, over Savi.
Murray's open mic.
Yup.
Are you sure Murray didn't just slip you something?
I'm pretty sure.
You didn't
Here's
go
the
up
thing.
to his apartment, did you?
5 of us wouldn't have seen the same thing.
I don't know.
No, I didn't go to
Did all
Murray's
5 of
apartment.
you go up to Murray's apartment?
No, I don't go to Murray's apartment.
It's a nice place.
Yeah, I've been to Murray's apartment.
He's
I
got a
don't go
nice
to Murray's
view.
apartment.
Yeah. There's nothing for me there.
Nope,
You
nothing.
just-
Nothing I need.
He just want, nothing I need before at like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock on a Friday. Like,
Yup.
no thanks.
We could talk Seven Fest. 'Cause
Yes.
we were both at Seven Fest.
Yeah, Seven Fest was insane.
It was a beautiful time. It was great. It was so fun.
I really felt like that was the greatest scene event because there was no submission to Seven Fest. So many people just showed up and got on stage that weren't even like booked on it, and then half the people that were booked on it didn't even go up in due time, including myself.
Yeah, I mean, I went up at like 2 a.m. Like way at the end. There was almost nobody there.
Yeah.
I left after Murray rage quit hosting the after party open mic.
He was obliterated.
Dude,
though.
he
should have never been hosting that.
He was drinking straight rum out of like a thermos cup.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. There were things I would have done differently with the stand-up portion of the show. That was kind of...
Yeah, well, it's because what happened outside, like once the rap battle started outside, it popped off so hard that it made the inside not a comedy show anymore, basically.
Yeah, I kind of contributed to that because like I brought my whole PA speaker to the outside.
Oh, yeah.
And I hooked it up with the iPad to play beats. And then, yeah, I started just...
I feel like we
drumming.
should have done it in the parking lot, like behind the food truck or something.
That was the star attraction, though.
Yeah, no, it was great.
But it did destroy the comedy show inside.
I watched a
But
guy
anyway,
on a
Lauren was trying to run it too much like a comedy show and not like a
open mic.
chaos. Yeah, I was just laughing because like you would go inside and there would be a regular El Dorado open mic going on with like
A cooler setup.
5 or 6 comics. Yeah, cool, a nicer setup, but there's like a few comics sitting inside watching like
I got to
you
do.
go outside, it's pure pandemonium, like people yelling.
I got to do the live podcast to kick the thing off.
Yeah, that
so
was-
Patrick and I started like 15 minutes before the official start time when we were supposed to, because it's like we normally record for an hour,
Yeah.
and Murray's like, "You'll just do like half an hour up front," and I'm
Yeah.
like, "Buddy, We're going to start early then, because I'm not going to record for half an hour. That feels like a waste of setting up time.
Yeah. By the time you even get into something, the podcast is over.
Yeah, so we're...
Yeah, that was crazy. Dude, what an event. It started with music and a live podcast. Then went into a giant open mic, essentially. Chaos open mic.
like a 6-hour open mic.
And then
Billy,
a rap battle. Huh?
you're kind of like talking into the side of your mic.
Oh, no, I'm up in here. I'll get it closer.
Your levels beg to differ.
I'm just soft spoken, man. I got a sensitive
I know.
disposition.
But if you're gonna do that, you gotta get up in there.
Yeah, dude. There's like drone footage. There's like the whole thing was live streamed.
Yup, it was pretty crazy.
People were like messaging me on Instagram, being like, "Hey, I saw you on the Seven Fest."
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny. I didn't get one of those.
Really? Yeah.
Aw.
Jacob had his drone. Have you seen Jacob's van?
No.
He's got a nice van.
Is he like van living?
Yeah. I guess he has a home somewhere. I forget where, Indiana or something like that. And then his van is all built out. But he said he bought it that way.
He like bought like a pre-set up.
Yeah, it has a sink and everything in there. It's like RV.
That would be pretty cool. I mean,
out. I could do the van living if I didn't have a baby and a cat and a wife.
of course.
Who are you texting right now?
Sorry. I'm texting.
I can't complain, I guess. I was just talking to my wife on the phone.
Everybody just starts hitting you up when you're on a podcast. So in the aftermath of Seven Fest, because I brought my whole podcast mobile setup and then just plugged their board into my thing. Make it easy. I left the charging cable for my Zoom recorder.
Oh yeah.
And which that I can get another cheap. My laptop charger, which is a very specific laptop charger, and I have to get. And I hit up Miguel. He's like, "Yeah, I've got him." He's like, "You could come pick him up Friday." And I'm like, "I have work, and I need that laptop charger sooner than Friday."
Don't they have shows like every night?
Something, I think. I just need to swing by.
Yeah, you'll have to just make a trek down there and suffer through some improv.
Nope, I'm just gonna pop in, grab it, and leave.
Would you ever do improv?
No,
You could do it, man.
I could, but I don't wanna.
I think it could help.
Improvising in the context of stand-up is so much more impressive than doing an improv show.
Sure, but it is fun. If there's a reason, I guess. I used to do an improv show for the church as like a fundraiser for the kids.
I mean, podcasting is a little bit improv.
And that was fun. Yeah, it's improv, I guess, but I'm not really like trying to be funny. Well, I am trying to be funny.
I am. I don't know. Maybe not on this show. This show feels more like we're just having conversations about stuff.
I mean, I want to talk about funny things, but I can't think of any right now.
Well, no, you just got to not put out your real opinions if you're trying to be funny.
That's
like,
true.
just be like, I'm not.
I hate Donald Trump.
You hate him?
Yeah.
You hate it? What a piece of shit. He tried to have an insurrection.
I never voted for him twice, and I wasn't at January 6th. I'm kidding. I voted Libertarian both times.
Yeah.
People get mad at me still for that.
For voting Libertarian?
Yeah.
I was considering myself.
I'm not a Libertarian. I just voted that
Yeah.
way because I don't like Democrats and Republicans.
I don't know. Voting's not real.
I mean, I
You
love
know?
them, man. I love the FBI.
Like, you might as well vote. Like, voting for your vote in American Idol probably has more weight.
I doubt it. They be rigging that too.
I'm sure they're rigging both, but I think that If I had to guess, the executives of American Idol look at their votes more than the U.S. government does.
I was arguing with my buddy the other day about professional wrestling because I said the world champion title doesn't mean anything, and he was like, "Well, actually, it does depend on how much viewership and how many tickets the champion sells and stuff like that." I'm like, "Yeah, but imagine the height of your career is a popularity contest."
Well, yeah, but it's basically the same thing as like the Oscars, except in the you don't have to fight in the Oscars unless you're Chris Rock.
Yeah, and Beyonce doesn't get overlooked every year in WWE.
Wait, is she in WWE now?
I don't think so. They should have her on. They should make her a world
now that she's in the country
something.
world.
Yeah,
she could.
Trump was on WWE.
No, I know he was classic on WWE.
Yeah, I watched WrestleMania the other night just because me and my Discord friends like to just like stream events, and that was the big event that weekend.
Well, that's why Trump did so well in politics, because politics is just professional wrestling that's pretending to be civilized.
Yeah.
So like he came in with like that real professional wrestling energy.
Yeah.
That they couldn't match because they're used to playing like this silly little game, and he's just like, I'm going to sit your rape victims in front of you.
Yeah.
At this debate.
I think he kind of lost it on the second one.
Yeah. Well,
he should have crushed Biden.
He should have, and he just I don't know. I think he won, and he smelled his own shit a little bit too much. He's got
that
like,
problem too.
Oh, I'm the man. I'm the best. I pulled it off, and then he just kind of didn't actually have anything interesting to say the second time.
I think I just heard Sham knock.
I don't know why he knocked. I told him that I was going to leave the door unlocked.
Did he see that message?
I'll send it to him again.
This podcast is falling apart. Hey,
we're fine.
What's up, Sham?
Sham's in.
Add him to the show. I'm just kidding. You don't have to be on the show.
Do you want to jump on the show? It's Billy's show. We're doing Billy's show.
Yeah, come on in.
Let's pause. All right, we're back.
All right, we're joined by Sham Wilkins.
What's up, y'all?
Who walked through the door. I forgot what we were even talking about. It doesn't matter. Because I wanted to ask you, since you're a sports fan, have you been seeing the Caitlin Clark everywhere?
Oh yeah, they love Caitlin Clark everywhere she's going. Now, like they're like the funny thing about Caitlin Clark is just seeing like the comments under the posts. Like I have like the internet has no chill.
Can we pull up a Caitlin Clark Instagram or Facebook? Yeah. I feel like Facebook might be more toxic.
Facebook's way more toxic. Every time I saw a Caitlin Clark thing and like somebody's like, I'd smash, and they're like, no, you won't. She like Mel Gibson in the face. I'm like, damn.
Try to find like a Facebook post from ESPN or something.
Yeah, like something like something.
Oh, not like her Instagram.
Not like hers. They're not gonna say shit to her on her own Instagram.
They might.
They'll just delete that.
Yeah.
Oh, so like just pull up like Facebook and.
What I was saying is like I don't watch sports at all, and even I know who this person is.
She's the most famous woman on the planet.
So if that happens, you know there's some Illuminati involved, like somebody's behind it.
She was just a college player, and like she scored like the most points in college history. She was like she's unstoppable. Yeah.
Okay.
So
she's
what? Like this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look how much money she's making. That's abysmal.
That. Sports Skeeta basketball.
I'm glad she's doing that because
maybe one day if the NBA ever makes any money.
Oh yeah, so everybody's just mad because she's getting paid more than they think the NBA can afford to pay somebody.
If it wasn't for endorsements, I'd recommend she get her CDLs.
I feel like ESPN is going to have the most talk. Yahoo Sports, what's that? Well, only 31 comments.
A picture of her at the draft when she's like they're talking about her outfit.
How about this?
Yeah, because she's all over that anyways. When she got drafted last night, like number 1 overall, and they were like, someone's like, oh, she's doing both, like doing
there
both.
She is. Yeah, click on that one. There's got to be some toxic comments in here.
It is sick.
They are dogging on her, but
I do like a guy who's talking trash up front, but he's not talking trash about the contract. He's talking trash about the team that she plays for because he follows the league.
He's serious about WNBA. He's serious about the W.
yeah, it's all men commenting these
It's
things.
just dudes, because no straight woman is watching ESPN especially on Facebook. They're the most toxic people.
Do you watch the WNBA?
Do I watch it? I am now. They've got me interested. These college basketball games have been pretty good. Maybe the WNBA is going to be good.
Nah, now that they forced you to care about it. The reason I can't care about it is she's not hot enough.
Exactly, because they keep talking about how she's not hot, and it's hilarious. And it's like, they're like, what did you expect? She's like a girl basketball player.
That's the most misogynistic take on it is like a woman's value is only the
she's hot enough
physical
to be
attractiveness.
she's hot enough to be Caitlin Clark. That's how
Yeah.
she's hot enough for Caitlin Clark. And I'm like, she's gonna get an NFL player because those guys love the white girls, like a big defensive end or something like that.
And they're gonna double.
I
the
thought
money.
you had to be a lesbian to go into the WNBA.
You gotta be quarter lesbian.
I thought that was mandatory.
Yeah, I don't think so. You just gotta be tall.
Gotta be-
Wasn't there some lady who wrote a book about how she was like a straight lady who got drafted in the WNBA and then she retired quickly because she was basically just sexually assaulted in the locker room every day?
I mean, that was the old WNBA. You had to be a bulldyke to be in the old WNBA.
Yeah, okay. So it's changed now, but it used to be
they're
that
way
way.
prettier now. They're much prettier now. They don't scare me anymore. I'm
They're
like,
taking
they're all
dick
soft now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They-
remember when they had the lingerie football league?
I actually went to one of those games.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
My
Was it
friend's
fun?
cousin was a coach for the team, which already sounds like a perverted thing.
That's a problem. If you
He was like yeah, the defensive backs coach is like, for what?
he left his high school
The
coaching
defensive
job.
back meat coach.
Right. They're just like, there's enthralled with shit, playing football, tackling each other, but they were like getting serious about it. I'm like, chill. They're paying you, like, you can make more money at Magic City tonight than you will if you play this game.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's no reason for it, I guess. Man, I don't know. Is women's sports
Men
ever
are
gonna?
awful. That's the real thing.
The problem is that men care about sports. I don't really understand why they do, but women just don't, right?
Women do if they're raised around enough men.
Yeah.
Like the Caitlin Clarks of the
Yeah,
world.
yeah, yeah.
They're like the little girl who wants to be
Well, you know,
Steph Curry.
my mom likes to watch college sports, but she watches the men play.
Because it's more entertaining. There's only one college sport that women are good at, and it's basketball. The rest of it, you couldn't name another women's sport outside of basketball and softball.
Volleyball.
But when I think
Guys
about it,
love that. Men love girls volleyball. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? Little short shorts.
I mean, I prefer Olympic because then you're like, these are of age women.
yeah,
It's college.
Yeah, but
College-
college feels still like they. Have you seen a college kid lately? They're children.
dude, have you
That's 'cause
ever
you're old.
been
Yes.
to a gymnastics meet?
That looks scary.
It's disgusting, man. It's like pedo island. Like, it's weird. The uniforms they wear are weird.
I feel like
It's
that
like
about the
2000s
cheerleading ones.
Nickelodeon in there.
I remember going as a child, you know,
Yeah.
and
You get
I
dragged
was the
into one of
same
those
age.
things.
Yeah, it was a friend's daughter.
And you
or-
have to sit there and like
you
act
know,
like you care.
who's the friend of the family's daughter was like the same age as me. So I'm there and I'm like, I'm getting a freaking boner just sitting here, man. Watching these high school girls walk by and stuff as a 13-year-old boy or something like that, because they're all wearing like these ridiculous like unitard things that are basically like
Yeah.
thongs in themselves. And I'm like, what is this? This is weird. And
And
then it
who
comes
was it?
out that all the gymnastics coaches and trainers and stuff are all like molesting these kids and stuff. I'm like,
Dude.
well, of course they are.
Of course.
It's weird.
Of course. And
Why
it's like,
can't they wear clothes while they
how
do this?
are you not shocked by it? It's not a sport you can wear a t-shirt in.
Why? But
Yeah, like, they're not practicing in t-shirts. They're practicing in the same thing.
You're
And they're
right.
around this creepy old dude who's like, all right, give me another back handspring. Again.
let me see it again.
Now do the splits.
Very weird. I would never put my
Yeah.
child in this weird gymnastics things where they're.
The whole team USA got molested.
That's what I'm
All of
saying,
them.
dude.
All of them.
I think the people who invented it were like, yeah,
Yeah.
Hey,
we're
cost
gonna-
of greatness. I'm just-
I mean, they're
I don't
giving
even know. They might did they even win? Because here's the
They
thing.
won.
Okay, if they won,
Yeah.
If they lost, now it's sad.
Well, what about the other countries that also kidnap little girls to do this?
You would expect China to win.
Especially
That's
something like
sadder.
that,
yeah, that's way sadder.
China and Russia, their families got murdered after losing.
If you're abusing people to lose, that's sad.
That's what the Olympics is.
If you're abusing people to win, you're Tiger Woods' dad.
Everybody's abusing it. Like, what was it? You see Neil Brennan's new special?
No.
I saw the one where he had 3 mics.
Nah, he has a new one on Netflix. It's hilarious. He has a joke about Tiger Woods. He said when Tiger Woods got caught, all he did was golf and fuck. He was golfing and fucking because he got caught with all these hookers and shit. And like when they took away his fucking, his golf game got worse. So it was always the golfing and fucking that made Tiger Woods great.
Yeah.
All the nasty hoes. So like,
But he should have been open with his wife about it.
yeah, that's true.
He should have been honest.
He should have played this, like, honey, do you want this mansion? I gotta fuck 7 porn stars this week.
Yeah.
One for every day of the week, and then I'll come home and maybe fuck you.
Yeah. Because I feel like, it's not the golfing and fucking that was wrong. It was the lying to his wife.
But he had been doing this golfing and fucking thing for a long time. He had been doing this since he was a teenager,
Right.
before he met his wife.
Right.
She knew he was out here fucking. She probably thought she was like one of his only fucks. And he might have been just good about that. Be like, yeah, let me get this normal girl, right? Fuck her sometimes. Then I go back to my whores.
Yeah, he said he was a sex addict or something.
Yeah, he went to rehab.
He
for
was
it.
one of the early celebrities who came out and made that a term that annoying people can use.
Man, he did that just for his wife, man. He wanted to keep her around. Did she?
Did she?
He got a new wife now. She left, and then he got a new girlfriend. He's just dating young bitches.
So he wasted all that time.
He went to rehab, and he's relapsed like twice. That's because he won the Masters, and he came back. Why was Tiger so good? He was back fucking. He was back fucking. His wife left. He was like, all right.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. He's probably a crazy person. He probably needs validation, and that's why he's so good at this thing. And a lot of people view sex as validation, so it makes sense. When I'm getting a lot of validation, I'm doing really well at this
Exactly.
thing that I get validation for.
He's great at golfing. He's great at fucking.
And Sham knows that firsthand.
Firsthand. I was in the room. I was recording it.
Yeah, it was at Diddy's house.
Where do you think they got those videos?
Diddy, I'm sorry for sampling your music.
Oh, I feel so happy.
Thanks for letting me. Oh, yeah. Karma, baby.
Karma.
Sometimes life just works out.
Sometimes life just works out. Every time I see somebody else says, yes, he did do it. I wasn't there, but I have a good feeling about him. He did that shit.
Well, how do you feel about OJ, you think?
R.I.P., homie.
Yeah.
Big dog. We know you didn't do it. You ever heard I heard the craziest conspiracy theory. That's why I started saying OJ didn't do it. They said there was a serial killer around Los Angeles in that same time, committing the same kind of gruesome murders.
No
He just
way.
happened to be, OJ might have been there the same day, but what if the serial killer got in? You know what I'm saying? Like there was a guy living in the backyard. He was like, I don't think OJ did it, man. He was too busy fucking Kris Kardashian.
OJ was?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's why Chloe's black.
I thought, wait, what?
Look at Khloe. Khloe Kardashian is black.
She's not black.
We are claiming her because she's OJ's daughter.
I don't think she's OJ's daughter.
Spelled that way wrong.
Look, she's whitening herself up. Well, look at
No,
Khloe
she's
Kardashian.
She is.
blackening
She's
herself.
She's whitening herself. She looked way blacker back in the day.
I see.
Yeah.
This is an internet conspiracy.
Oh yeah, it's a total internet conspiracy.
It's not an internet conspiracy. It's the truth.
Look how black she looked back in the day. Look at young Khloe Kardashian. She was black as hell. Why is she got surgery to look more like her sisters.
Who do you think Michael Jackson's daughter is, really?
Who's the father of what, Paris Jackson?
Yeah.
Ooh, she looks like Madonna.
Where did this girl come from? Because I think he claimed his whole life that
She
this
looks
was
like
his
him though.
biological daughter.
She looks like him. But she also
Not
looks like
look like him.
she looks like
Not
Madonna.
really, no.
I can see a little bit of it.
Maybe,
Bro, she's got the craziest eyes.
Yeah. Where did she come from, man? That's a mystery.
That is
right
a
there.
mystery. Where did that? Well, have you seen the other ones? The other her brother. Her brother doesn't look like him either. Only one of the kids really looked like him.
Did you see the conspiracy that Michael Jackson's face, that he's still alive, but he just
Swapped his
because
face.
his face is covered in burns, then yeah, he can just put new faces on and become
So who
someone
is he
else.
now?
Probably just some
Probably
old
Tom
guy.
Cruise in the Mission Impossible masks or like the
Yeah,
Clue.
yeah.
Or like fucking Vanilla Sky. Maybe he's just in a room by himself with just no face on.
He's Amanda Bynes.
Oh,
The real Amanda Bynes died and then was replaced by Michael
poor Amanda
Jackson.
Bynes.
I know, man. Well, you got to think about it like, because I was going back and watching some of the All That episodes after that documentary on HBO came out. I went back and watched like the Amanda show.
That's maybe the creepiest thing you
Yeah,
could do.
that's the creepiest thing because like now I can't
well,
unsee it.
well, what I was interested in was how talented Amanda Bynes was.
Yeah,
back
as a
then.
kid? Dude,
She was more talented than a lot of adults ever are. at like
than
13
most
years.
people that all of us meet on a daily basis.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, yeah.
100%. Like you can see, like I think maybe that's why like women mature faster in everything.
Yeah.
And definitely in comedy. If a woman's funny at like 13, she's going to be funny forever. You just can't discover you're funny at 42.
You can, I think. You know, I don't think there's any barrier to entry in comedy.
Yeah.
That's kind of why it ends up being such a diverse melting
It is
pot.
a diverse melting pot.
Maybe just in Atlanta.
But like maybe,
specifically.
but see how fast she burnt out because she overcooked her?
yeah.
If they had let that
yeah.
mature and like grow with
Well, I think she started like smoking crack and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
like
she started
that. Got
stalking Kid
some
Cudi.
brain damage and whatnot. That's
she was definitely doing meth.
unfortunate. Yeah.
Like she was like sending like creepy letters to Kid Cudi and shit.
Really?
Yeah, she was like, it was on Twitter too. Like I think the
Wow.
tweets are still up because he had to like get a cease and desist on her. Like, yo, I saw her follow me down. I was like, is that Amanda Bynes?
But can you be on my podcast, please? That's all right. Was she started a podcast, but nobody famous wanted to come on the podcast, so she canceled it.
2013, yeah, that sound right.
That's crazy.
They dated. Oh God, that's even why.
that's
why.
That's why.
That'll
That
do.
doesn't count.
She cast spells on. She was going.
Wait,
crazy.
Amanda Bynes says Kid Cudi cast spells on her.
Yeah, that's when she started going real crazy. She got that face tag.
Yeah, that's methamphetamine.
Yeah,
Man, look how beautiful she was too. Before.
right. You used to watch that show. That's what
There
I
was
like
like a
about
pretty
you.
limited
Yeah.
period though where she was a beautiful of
About a
age
girl.
woman and then just became a mess so quickly.
so quickly.
Yeah, it happens to most of them though.
There's
Look at
no-
like.
Lindsay Lohan made it out all right. She still looks
Well,
good.
she was fucked
Nah,
up for a
she's
while.
pretty-
I think Justin Bieber is really like the.
Oh man, he blinks with two different eyes.
Yeah, he might just be replaced by a
He's not. He's a robot.
Yeah.
I think-
shapeshifter.
I think they killed the real Justin Bieber a long time ago on accident, and they had to fucking.
I think Justin Bieber fucking killed himself wrapping that one of his cars around a tree or something.
Oh yeah, remember he used
And
to
then
crash
they-
Ferraris all
yeah,
the time.
Yeah, I
How
think
did
he
crash
died
that
one
many
of those,
Ferraris?
and they just replaced him with a
Yeah,
robot.
he probably could have died.
Because
That-
you're
well, that
an
robot's
18-year-old
malfunctioning.
kid and you have $200 million. So you don't
Why would you
care.
give a 16-year-old with $200 million a fucking a goddamn? He crashed a Ferrari like on his 16th birthday. I remember
Yeah.
that. I was like, dude, you just got a license.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was that close in age to Justin Bieber. I always felt like I was so much older than him.
Yeah.
They just kept him a child for so long.
Yeah, I think I'm like the same exact age as him. I was born in 92.
Yeah, I know I'm very close in age.
Because it used to just kind of make me jealous that this guy had millions of dollars and we were the same age.
Yeah, I'm older than him.
Born in 94. So yeah, I was like,
94, yeah.
I thought he was born like in 1996 or some shit, 97.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, I'm only like 3 years older than Justin Bieber. I was in college when that shit was happening. I was like, what the fuck is with this kid?
Yeah, well, it was Ellen DeGeneres that really blew him up.
Bro,
Because they had the same haircut.
Yeah.
I worked at a movie theater when his like live
That movie came
performance
out?
movie came out, and we had to call an ambulance one night because a teenage girl literally passed out in the theater
That's
from
crazy.
excitement.
That's insane.
That's the level of fandom that nothing we will ever
That's
do
where I
or
was like,
create.
this is insane.
Better
what's
than
happening.
teenage boys though that just like to dress up like the Joker and shoot everybody in the movie theater.
Yeah.
That-
He was 22.
yeah, that wasn't a teenage
That was a
boy.
grown
That
man.
was a.
He could drink. His brain wasn't developed. But
Justin Bieber, yeah. I mean, if he's not a shapeshifter, then he made it out.
he made it out. Nah, that motherfucker dead.
Yeah.
That ain't Justin Bieber, dog.
Who else did they replace? Avril Lavigne, I think, was one.
She just disappeared. She's
Paul
dead.
McCartney was like the
Oh, she
OG
always kinda sucked.
replaced
They
guy.
killed Paul a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul died in
Paul
Berlin.
was like the first one that they replaced, I think.
They
He was the
replaced two
first.
Beatles, actually. They killed one and replaced the other.
And that one guy killed John Lennon for no reason.
Because he was crazy. He read
Mm-hmm.
Catch-22 or Catcher in the Rye.
No, it was,
Catcher
it was
in the
Catcher in the
Rye,
Rye.
Catcher in the Rye.
He's just a weirdo.
I don't see how you get that from Catcher in the Rye.
I think that guy was just
Just-
autistic. I don't
Just
think Catcher
sprinkle
in
a
the
little
Rye
bit
had
of
that
mental
much-
illness in that recipe.
I think they were just. I think Catcher in the Rye was just like the transgender thing of the time. You know, it was the big issue everybody was talking about. And
Oh, the transgender
they
lady?
just put that on him because they also put AC/DC on him because he had an AC/DC hat.
Oh.
And they were like, AC/DC has
Oh,
songs
that's like when that the first school
Highway to
shooting
Hell.
happened, and they went after Judas Priest.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they used to do that dumb shit. They blame Marilyn Manson for
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
trench coat mafia.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that'll always happen anytime. There's always some contingent of people that are going to try and blame anything on something that's
So,
not related.
do you believe there's a satanic cabal of pedophiles?
Oh, hell yeah, dude, 100%. Okay. There's no way. There has to be. It has to happen. Dude, there's so
Honestly,
much.
it's sillier that you're asking that question, Bill.
Do I think there's a satanic cabal? I think there's like one, and they kick down Trump out, or they don't let him in because he's going to snitch.
I don't
on
think they
everybody.
let him in. Yeah.
Yeah, I think him and Kanye West are two people they will never let into the secret society.
I think Donald has always been too wild. for
Well,
them.
Kanye,
Yeah.
because he won't get along with a bunch of the members of the
No,
club.
he wouldn't get.
Like I think
that was that. I don't know if I could say that. You might have to cut that one, Billy.
it's fine. Corey will appreciate it.
Corey will like that joke. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think Kanye's message is pro-black, but he doesn't know how to convey it properly.
He is on the spectrum, 100%.
Yeah.
100% on the spectrum. I have friends like that who are like 100% on the spectrum. Like, just don't say that shit out loud. No. They need to hear what I got to say, dog. They get it's like.
I think everybody would be better if they didn't.
But I think the majority of people now, because you think about like Ghislaine Maxwell. Yeah, she got arrested, but nobody that went to the island got arrested.
Not
At
a one.
all. Not
Chris
a
Tucker was
single
there.
person.
That's how Rush Hour got produced. So think about that. Rush Hour was produced off of pedophile blood.
Yeah.
Blood money. They brought Brett Ratner, Chris Tucker, and Jackie Chan. Though three of them ain't got no business to be on nowhere together unless they was trying to get some money.
I just don't understand why.
Wait, was Jackie Chan on the island?
All three of them went there because Jeffrey Epstein was a fan of the Rush Hour movies, and he wanted to show some people, the girls, the movie that he was producing. So they had him come out, and they greeted the staff, and they left. But on the other side of the island, the girls, that's what the girl. I watched a lot of Jeffrey Epstein shit, so I figured out why are all these movie stars there, because he was funding these movies. He funded a shit ton of these movies that were big blockbusters that had money that had no reason to be that expensive. Like Hancock was way too expensive.
Oh yeah.
Hancock was decent though.
Rush Hour 3 was the most expensive movie on the planet at one point, and nobody knew why. And they were just like, "Well, we just came up with the money." No, you got the money from Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
And fucking there was a couple other ones. All the Mission Impossible movies. He was going through back end funding all these people, and that's how those movies got to be made so extravagantly. Harvey Weinstein wasn't making no extravagant movies. He made Clerks.
Yeah.
He wasn't putting no money in it. He was just raping bitches.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a wild one too, man. It's like that's the cost of doing business, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, unless you say no, then he's gonna kill you. Anne Hesh
Kill you?
totally killed her.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, did he kill?
Totally killed
Somebody?
Anne Hesh. She
Okay.
what?
Wait, killed who?
Anne Hesh.
Dude,
I don't know who
did
that
Boeing kill that guy?
Yes.
The
Boeing?
the whistleblower that said like Boeing planes aren't that safe or
Yeah,
something.
they killed that guy.
They
And then
killed
he
that guy,
just-
definitely.
He just died.
Anne Hesh was the first actress to come out against Harvey Weinstein. She died a couple years ago, and if you watch the car crash video, it's fucking gruesome. And yeah,
This lady died?
She died, and she spoke out against Harvey Weinstein. Spoke out against a bunch of producers. So somehow her electric car lost control of itself, sped up, crashed into a fucking
Elon
house.
got her.
dude,
Isn't it crazy how like if they don't like you, the CIA will or
Kill you.
whoever they'll just kill
They
you?
will fucking kill you. But that's always been a dream of mine.
Because I remember growing up, not to bring race into it, but I remember thinking like, well, why aren't like if black people were slaves for a long time and then they endured racism and the civil rights movement and everything, why aren't there more violent black like
'Cause they'll keep
militias?
they'll just kill
and
us.
then as I got older, I learned that like every head of the Black Panther Party was assassinated by
Dead.
the United States government.
We learned. Yeah, that's her. She's still alive in the fucking thing. They killed her at the hospital.
No way.
Oh, yeah, she is still alive.
Man.
And they said they pronounced her dead on the fucking. So they say she was speeding
Oh
down
my
in her
goodness.
blue Mini Cooper.
Maybe she was all zanied out.
They were probably making her go crazy. They're doing something to her.
Yeah,
Harvey
yeah.
Weinstein had enough
Have
money
you-
to be like, if that bitch isn't dead,
Have you ever heard of targeted individuals? Like
Yes.
people who have psychosis and they think the government
Here's the video.
is like,
oh yeah,
whoa.
flying.
Yeah, she was.
It seems like she was running from something. Did I really
She
just
was
wait all that time?
She was running from an invisible shapeshifter. I actually believe that there are extraterrestrials on Earth and they can shapeshift. and we just-
I'm trying to find the
Have you seen the
video
three-body
of the
problem?
crash.
no, but somebody told me to read the book.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a book. I just went right into
Is it about like shapeshifters or something?
dude, aliens and fucking just in plain sight
Yeah. I think they've been here for a long,
Dude.
the whole time.
the whole time. The whole time.
And they might even talk to you and stuff like. Is it on YouTube? I feel like YouTube's not. Well, sometimes you can see death on YouTube. Twitter. You can see real time war on Twitter.
Yeah, you can see death on Twitter. I saw somebody get shot at
Yeah.
in Chicago. It's a Chicago. That's fucked up. I follow Chicago feed,
Yeah.
and I'm like, yo, I just be like, yo, they just shot that dude.
O Block feed.
Oh, block, shit. Like, yo, they were like, yo, what the fuck does that any of this mean? They're just fucking killing each other, dude. I'm like, don't come down the street. It's like, oh shit. They just be like,
I
lighting
found
shit up.
this guy on Twitter, and all he does is use a drone to drop like ballistics on Russian troops.
Oh, very cool.
And he just talks shit about them on there too. He writes things on the bombs and stuff. Flies a drone over 'em. Like, it's just like real time.
Just meme bombing people.
Just fire bombing a whole fucking Russian.
When the
village.
Israel-Palestine thing took off, I went on and I went to find like radical Islamic Twitter, and you can find it. If you
can
know what
find it.
if you know what to look for,
if you could type in some codes, you could get the right thing to find. Twitter is still like the worst place on earth. Elon Musk made it far more worse.
my
it's
favorite
worse,
Twitter
yeah.
is Black Israelite Twitter.
Black Israelite Twitter.
That's my favorite.
Oh god, I gotta see that.
Well, that's
fun-
what
it's
that's what
fun over
Kanye
there,
was
yeah.
on. That's what set him down the path.
No, that's why I became a Kanye fan.
Yeah, that's why I realized he's trying to push a pro-black message, but
yeah, it just ain't
it's
the
just
right
the
one.
way it came out, wasn't it?
You picked the wrong one, especially if you're walking around. Yeah, like I was pro-black Israelite. Plus, here's my white girlfriend that's half naked all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why does he have her just like naked?
I don't know.
Because his whole thing is he wants to control how the girl dresses. He did the
Right.
same thing with Kim Kardashian.
But now he's making it like, bitch, put on this sock.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It
just a
has
stocking.
very divorced dad energy to it. Like, pull these leggings halfway up your ass, and just let the rest hang out.
It's just It's always gross when I see it. I'm like, yo, why is he doing this? It ain't nobody's gonna stop him. Nobody's in it. Like, hey, let the girl put on a t-shirt, dog. Hey, huh? Not telling me what to make my bitch wear.
And my favorite part was that she did kind of look like Pete Davidson.
She
at
does,
first with the bleached blonde hair.
Yeah, she looked like Pete Davidson. And I was like, yo, he just went and put some titties on Pete Davidson.
I'm gonna get my own Pete Davidson with
That's
hookers and
hilarious.
blackjack.
That's so funny. Really took that Pete Davidson thing personal.
Forget
Have
the
you
hooker. Forget
have
the
you read
blackjack.
Three Body Problem, Trent? You're a big
No.
sci-fi guy. I heard it's
I don't
really
even know what
good.
it is. 3-body.
My friend who recommends
The
books
television
to
series as well.
me recommended.
Yeah,
it
it's
to
on
me.
Netflix. I just watched the Netflix series. It's wild.
Yeah, it's a brand new series, but yeah, it's translated from Chinese. You got to have the I Ching to
to be able to
understand the
translate
true
it.
meaning.
Oh, so it's a Chinese book. That's why I never heard it.
Yeah, but it's translated. Apparently, they do a good job, and it's like a sci-fi series.
Interesting.
Wait. They made a Chinese series in 2023, and then Netflix just says, we're going to make an English one.
Oh, they
That explains a lot of Chinese
put some white
shit.
people in it.
Exactly.
We were just talking about video game adaptations. Have
Yeah.
you seen the Fallout series?
Oh, yeah. That's a real good one.
I'm on episode 4. I
Sham
think that's
finished
the best.
it too, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the best
awesome.
video game adaptation that's come out.
It probably
It's
is.
the
yeah.
best because it gives you a whole. It's like watching a whole other Fallout game.
But then I realized a lot of the other video game adaptations I didn't even watch because they didn't interest me at all.
I mean, most of them are bad.
yeah.
I mean, like Last of Us is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one was.
Uh,
That's probably the only other one
that
that's
one was
like.
great, but I don't know. I just felt like the story's kind of Last of Us is kind of just like it's just not my thing.
yeah. Halo
Yeah.
was trash.
Halo was trash. Yeah.
Halo was trash. I mean, Super Mario Brothers. My son likes it.
I didn't really like it that much.
It was a kids movie.
I did like Sonic.
I liked
Sonic was good,
Like
and Detective Pikachu, but we didn't really count those.
Yeah,
Silent Hill was really good
that was a good
for
series.
the time.
Yeah.
Resident Evil was just fun, just stupid.
It was fun. As a teenage boy, Resident Evil was fine. It wasn't
Yeah.
like the video games, but
It wasn't life changing. The one they made after the video game was terrible.
Did you play the Fallout games?
Oh yeah, yeah. I haven't played. I didn't play 76, but I played and I'm starting New Vegas.
Yeah, I just
said
restarted
76
New
wasn't
Vegas
that good.
after I
just
finished.
I saw it's $5 on Steam
Yeah.
for the Ultimate Edition.
$5
so I might
everywhere.
Dude, they're just racking.
They
it
knew
up
what they were
right
doing.
now.
They
Yeah,
knew what they were
dude.
doing with that. Because like I went and,
Honestly,
like, looking
dude.
for Fallout 4.
Have you, Billy? Have you played 76?
No, I've only played 3.
You've only played 3?
I only played Fallout
Whoa.
3. It was
That was years ago.
a long time ago on the Xbox 360. I didn't really care that much.
I played Fallout 4 and
After that.
3 and 4, and I had a game on PS2 that I wasn't really sure was Fallout. It was called like the fucking Knights of the Brotherhood or
Oh yeah,
the Brotherhood of Steel.
yeah. It was like a side game or whatever.
Yeah, but I didn't pay for that. My friend just brought it over one day and never got it back.
Fallout 76 was the one that I thought got the worst reviews,
Yeah,
right?
this was the one people didn't really like as much. But it says mostly positive on Steam, so
And that's
sometimes
new
I
76.
sometimes I feel like one YouTuber makes a video where he doesn't like a game, and then a million people are just like, "Oh, the
Yeah.
game sucks."
Yeah, it's like
It's like-
a fucking snowball effect.
Yeah.
So
I-
why is it called 76 if they're going back into like the 1930s with their shit?
25 years after the bombs fall.
Oh, so it's 1976, so people are still just walking around.
Apparently, yeah.
She a ghoul?
I guess it's like the first people who come out of the shelters.
Yeah.
Weird.
I don't know. I mean, I liked Fallout 3, but after that game, none of them really caught my interest. But I heard New Vegas is the best one, so
New Vegas is
I'm
amazing.
gonna try that one out.
Yeah.
New Vegas, as I was saying, it's the one that gives you the most, like where your decisions influence where the story goes legitimately.
But it did have the same effect on me as the Cyberpunk anime series. If you like anime, you should watch that
I haven't
because
watched that one yet.
it's a short, quick little series Doesn't take too long, and it's really good.
Does it give you the gist of the Cyberpunk games?
It's set in the cyberpunk world, but it's not like it doesn't follow the story. It's a separate story. But then when you go into cyberpunk, there's little like Easter eggs and stuff for the anime now too. Like you can order the David Martinez or whatever as a drink, and it's just a really good story, and it'll make you feel uncomfortable about the way like the future is headed and like capitalist
I'm
society
already uncertain about future.
is headed.
Have you seen that show with Rayman in it on Netflix?
No.
Wait, what?
There's a show that has Rayman in it. He's like a news reporter. I haven't watched it yet, but like it was. It's got it's from Ubisoft. Such a dumb name to it. Like fucking Sam Fisher's in it.
Have Netflix,
I like
so
Ubisoft,
I have no
honestly.
idea.
Ubisoft puts out some good stuff.
Wait, okay, give me a couple keywords to Google.
Rayman Netflix.
I like Rayman. The games.
Yeah, that's it right there.
This?
Captain Laserhawk, a blood dragon.
No, I've never seen that.
Yeah. Turns Rayman into a fascist mouthpiece and Captain.
Making Rayman a coke snorting fascist mouthpiece. What?
Fuck?
Yeah, dude.
What the heck? I have never heard of this.
I saw those images of Rayman just like
He's like the Alex Jones character.
yeah, he's like Alex Jones and he's just snorting
What?
coke and just depressed.
Why?
I don't know, man. Like I thought he's a hero.
I know. He was like the good guy. Oh well.
Weird. We are over an hour, by the way.
All right, let's wrap it up. You guys got another show to do, and we completed mine.
We've
So,
completed.
If you're listening, Corey, I hope you have a good day at work, and everyone else, have a great evening. Peace.